Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
A state of emergency remains in place in BC, where hundreds of wildfires have forced evacuations. Sebastian Savallo is a professional firefighter based in BC and joins us now. Sebastian, as you heard us talking about the wildfires earlier in the show and talking to Alyssa about the situation, we mentioned we were going to be talking to you and to get your perspective from a firefighter. Give us an idea of what these crews are facing.
Yeah, great question. These crews are facing an unprecedented situation. I mean, this year, the wildfire season has been raging out of control. I mean, currently we have over 380 wildfires in the province. 160 of those would be considered out of control. So that is a monumental situation, and these crews have been putting in an insane amount of work and dedication to get these fires under control. We've got firefighters, the wildland firefighters battling these fires across the province. Courageously, we've also got over 650 structural firefighter personnel.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Madim, August the 22nd, 2023. And it's currently 10:26 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Forgive me, beloved, there are so much going on, so we had to make a Esau's Trouble video. Of course, we used to make them every day back in 2020 when the lockdown. We make them every single day for like a whole month or 2 months, but things are going on and it's a lot out there. So if I try to do them every Saturday, it would be too much. So we try to do them at least twice a week. I'm not quite sure if the nation will agree with that. But great glory to the Mighty One. Thank you. The Heavenly Father is indeed in the midst. This is the other nation trouble. We out of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble now is mentally. If you still in the low vibration preaching Jacob's trouble, you are bringing our people down. It's time to tell our people to use the natural things on the earth, the four elements, to heal themselves, to seek themselves, to use water to heal, use the earth to heal, the air to heal. Go to the ocean and sit there, meditate, use the ocean wave and the energy to heal. Okay, you are now in control of the elements. You are doing this, all right? These things that you're seeing here, you are doing this. Now, beloved, we have a fair amount of tabs over here. We will go through those videos to prove indeed this is Esau's trouble. We dub it as Esau's trouble, but because of Jacob's trouble, okay? Jacob's trouble, we've been going through Jacob's trouble for a while, and at the end, maybe at the I don't know what's going on with this thing. Maybe in part 2 we will go to the Museum of Inquisition, the things that they were doing to our people, such as put them in sitting on the spiky chair, okay, and then put them in those barrels and then boil them up. All right, those were Jacob's trouble, okay. All right, so in part 2 we will discuss the gallows. They were hanging our people. All right, put them on those weird table and smash things on their heads. Put them in the Iron Maiden and then slam the door and have those things kill them. So that was a part of Jacob's trouble. And of course, the 100 years war. We will discuss this maybe in part 2. Maybe, we don't know yet. Now I just stop here because we see 36 and 48. For those of you that are watching this, you know exactly what's going on. You know what it is. You know exactly what that is. Put it in the chart or put it in the comment board. For those of you who don't know, please ask question in the comment board, and our brethren will answer you. Okay, don't just watch and be silent. If you have any question, you can always email us. Our email is, and it's biglevipriest@gmail.com. Okay, it's BIGLEVI priest, PRIEST @gmail.com, biglevipriest.com, Big Levi Priest at Gmail. So at Big Levi 12, it's pretty much everything that has to do with monetary stuff. But we have a website, biglevi.com. You can go to biglevi.com. Okay, you will find a lot of information in there. We have the $5 challenge, the fasting schedule. We have the photo gallery where we put the pictures of our people. Okay, we make things that look like our peoples and stuff like that, where the nation make their arts. Okay, you can download them for free. Okay, you can download them for free, and we have them also in Patreon. Okay, you can sign up with our Patreon. You'll get a monthly, pretty much every day you will get the pictures. Okay, it's time to put a positive vibration, vibration images out there of our people. Okay, we have to stop the whole twerking nonsense garbage that there is out there. We have to show the positive images of our, the original people of Japan and China. Okay, those are the originals, and we do a lot of concert art. And most of this come from our sister Kayla, and we have all of them right there. Some of them are from the students that learn how to do this. Elemental, female elemental. Okay, the ancient samurai, and all those things. The Egyptians, so to speak, the kings. All right, the couples, we have to show our people in a positive imagery. Okay, the original Japanese, the original Chinese, okay, the original people of Africa. A lot of people think the so-called African or native of Africa. A lot of so-called African, they don't belong in Africa. They are not the true people of the land. We have true people of the land, Israelites, that over there, and they're being oppressed by the so-called Africans over there. Okay, the technology and all that good stuff. Okay, go ahead and check it. Check the beautiful images of our beautiful people, brethren, sistren. Okay, check the images and keep the vibration high. Now, with that being said, beloved, and we have, let me get rid of, there we go. We have this issue here with the fires. Now, 3 plus 6, 36 to 48 hours. Okay, 3 plus 6 equal 9. You lack, number 9 is the number of the judgment, and you lack in number 9, holy judgment. And also, number 9 it has a polarity, blessing for us and destruction for them and judgment for them. 48, 4 plus 8, the 12 tribes, and you can see the fire here, the fiery conflagration in the midst of the city. Now, every time those things happen, those people have to call the experts. We have a firefighter expert. He will explain to you why this issue is happening. So let's listen.
Deployed across the province with hundreds coming in from Mexico, South Africa, and other places as well. So it's a pretty dire situation.
Dire indeed. Now, you have a fire going on, all right, in this area. Not only you need your own firefighters, which is not enough. They are coming from Mexico, South Africa, I believe, and all over the world, because they are 83. They are helping 83. Since when people all over the world come in and help us in the hood and say, you know what, we'll help those people in the hood because they are getting shot and they are being put in the ghetto and they are being marginalized, and we need to come together and help them and give them a leg up. When was the last time other nation come to help us? They always come together against us. They always come together to destroy us. They always come together when they are in trouble. So that's why this fellow is saying that. Let's keep on moving.
Yesterday, Sebastian, BC's premier urging residents to stop tampering with firefighting equipment, saying emphatically, you are not helping. Do we know what exactly is being taken, why it's being taken, and how this is hindering the plans of firefighters?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this situation, it's so difficult because you've got people that are taking firefighting equipment from the front lines, from storage places, to use in their own homes. I mean, well, that's what we hope they're using it for. But
Well, again, they should. They should. What do you want those people to do? Lose their blessing? Tell them the truth. Say, hey, the Holy One is burning down your off-grid houses or whatever that you're trying to do, trying to live off-grid over there. There's a fellow. You know what? There's a guy. Oh man, let me see if I can let's play this. Let me see if I can find a video. One of those off-grid living fellows. Okay.
the reality is that this equipment is, so necessary on the front lines. They're taking fire pumps, they're taking hoses, they're taking ATVs in some situations, some side-by-sides. Like, this is equipment that once
Taking is a polite word.
line,
Taking is a polite word. It's swagger jacking and stealing. That's what they are doing. All right. That's a polite word. Let's keep on moving.
we can't just go buy more of it. Like, there's no budget. It's all basically out there. So we can't just go get another one. So when somebody takes this piece of equipment is gone for the season. So this is very important for people to not touch any of this equipment. Leave it up to the professionals. Leave it where it is. It is going to be used properly. We can promise you that.
And it's also important to abide by advisories and orders that are in place. There are a number of travel advisories for the area, evacuation orders for several communities due to the wildfires. Talk to us about the importance of heeding this advice and following these orders and not becoming complacent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first off, with the travel advisories, it's basically stay home. Don't come to these places. All the hotels, all the Airbnbs, everything, those are needed for evacuees. They're needed for the first responders, for the firefighters. So that's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, your vacation is unfortunately canceled. Moving on from that, the evacuation orders and the alerts, please listen to the advice of officials, because if you ignore an evacuation order, that means that's another firefighter, that's another first responder that has to put themselves at risk to come and get you if things change. And that has happened time and
Okay, this is what you're seeing here, Bridget. Those are $1 million homes, and those people don't want to lose their houses. And they are not telling the truth. They are not telling the people, listen, those are the millionaire billionaires that went and hide in the hood, in the woods, and then they believe that a so-called nuclear weapon going to deploy in the hood. Listen, let me tell you something. The Most High God Almighty will not strike the hood with nuclear power, because that's where most of his people live at. He won't strike the inner cities with the so-called fire like this. Don't get me wrong, the hood get what is coming to them. A lot of the so-called people in the hood, they look like us, but they are not our people. Okay? All right, a lot of people that you thought like they were born here, they were born with you, or were born in whatever other countries, and they pretend to be like you, but when push comes to shove, they show their real face. They are not your people. And it's about spirit, not about skin color. We need to get rid of that garbage skin color. Oh, you black? Well, you one of us. You one of us. And then the same people that look like you are torturing, giving away our people, like they were doing during the 100 Years War, France versus England, where those homosexual men and women were giving our people away, okay, killing them, and other people that sold our people to the other side, and the mighty one struck us down there when we were ruling Europe with the bubonic plague, and then after when we were taken down with the bubonic plague, and then in the 1400 they come with the papal bull and they make us slave over there. They destroy our people, ship them all over the world from Europe over there, and then come in the fourth part here, pretty much do the same thing. All right, a lot of those folks are not our people. You gotta read the spirit. You sleep with them. Some of them are your wife. Some of them are your husband. Some of them are even your children. But they are not your people. They have different spirit than you. Read the spirit. Now, they are not telling those people why this thing is happening over there. Why is it happening? What seems to be the issue here? Those are burned down $1 million home. I'm assuming this doesn't belong to our people, but that's what's being burned down. That's what it is.
and time again, where firefighters are having to put themselves at risk to go get people that are ignoring the orders. This just happened a few days ago in Kelowna, and it's a really unfortunate situation where somebody has to put themselves at risk to go and get someone that's ignoring the order.
Sebastian, that is a great point, because the moment you decide to stay for the firefighters, you're no longer talking about saving a structure. You're talking about saving lives. And
okay, again, those people don't care about you telling them what to do. Gentiles never like government to tell them what to do. Unless the government say, hey, get guns, get ready, there will be a race war. That's why they dubbed Jacob. We know Jacob's trouble as Jacob's trouble, but they know Jacob's trouble as a race war. How many times you think those people done race war? There will be a race war, which is going on right now. That's why you can't win this war. You can't shoot the fire. That's why this thing only targeted you and people that look like you. That's why the so-called the rich folks over there watching their home being burned down. And when they look at the hood, same old, 2/3 going around there blasting on each other and all that nonsense. But when they look at themselves, there is an issue here. That's a race war going on over there. There are certain races that are being exterminated through infertility, through the radiation of the mighty sun, which is the emission or evaporization of the electromagnetic fluid. It's being evaporated in you. That's what that is. And Gentiles don't like people to come over there and tell them what to do, especially when the blessing is on the line. Leaving my house and save myself? Oh, hell no. I will stay here and spit and pee on this fire and put it out.
by staying put, then that firefighter is putting themselves at risk to save you.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we get it. We understand. We're all, homeowners. We all have property that we want to protect. And in many of these cases, firefighters themselves that have lost their homes in the fire are out there battling that fire. So we totally understand. But it's best for everybody if we're all on the same page, listen to the order.
Again, we are not in the same page, in the same situation, in the same boat. I don't know this dude, man. I'm not in the same page with you, dog. I don't know that guy. We are on the same page, and no, first of all, we're not in this together. I don't know about people in the chat room. Are we in this together? Are we on the same page here with this fellow and this thing going on over there? Are we in the same field with that guy over there, which they never said his name? I didn't catch his name. But anyway, that's the point. I don't know this dude. You don't know me, and I don't freaking know you. All right, we're not in the same page here. All right, so yeah, don't be telling me we're on this together. Next.
You've seen the devastation left behind by the wildfires in Maui, but in that sea of gray ash in one neighborhood, a bright red-roofed house is still standing.
In the devastation of Lahaina, a lone red-roofed house unscathed, everything around it incinerated. It's 100 years old and made of wood. So how did it escape the inferno? When the house was renovated 2 years ago, the homeowners replaced the shingle roof with a red metal roof. They also cleared the trees and shrubs that were planted against the house and lined the exterior of the property with river stones. Wildfires expert Dr. Jack Cohn showed how embers from a wildfire can rain down on a house. It takes less than a minute for the shrubs around the house and the roof to become engulfed in flames.
They
removed
an expert. This is the exact thing I despise in the midst of those people. Look at this H right now. Look at this. Look. All those houses that are around this thing, they are burned down. They will not tell you, wait, were they empty? How much those things worth? Is there any more casualty? No, they'll take that one house and bring an expert and tell you why it did not caught on fire. Why this thing, they spare well the ember and stuff, which can take a minute. We have expert here, we'll explain to you. They try to make you focus on that one little thing while they ignore all of that. All of those things, and they didn't tell you why this fire. So all of those stuff were caught on fire because of, I don't know, because they were made out of wood, and this one were made out of metal. You got businesses that are made out of plain metal and stuff. Somehow, wherever was there was spared. I don't know, great glory for the mighty one. Could be one of our people. Could be the mighty won't have mercy upon him or her or them. And then you're bringing expert. It didn't burn down because they were so smart. They built everything out of metal and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Incinerated. It's 100 years old and made of wood. So how did it escape the inferno? When the house was renovated 2 years ago, the homeowners replaced the shingle roof with a red metal roof. They also cleared the trees and shrubs that were planted against the house and lined the exterior of the property with river stones. Wildfires expert Dr. Jack Cohn showed how embers from a wildfire can rain down on a house. It takes less than a minute for the shrubs around the house and the roof to become engulfed in flames.
They removed any vegetative material that could have ignited from burning embers next to the base of the house.
Really? Really? That's what the expert, that's why you bought the expert. Listen to what this guy said. Listen to him.
They removed any...
For the shrubs around the house and the roof to become engulfed in
Listen.
flames.
They removed any
2, 3,
vegetative material
4,
that could have
5,
ignited from burning embers
6,
next
7,
to the base of the house.
8, 9. You bought an expert in for like 10 seconds? And what this expert tell you, they remove the vegetation things from the house. That's why your expert are baffled. That's what the guy, they didn't even tell you anything. He just, they remove the vegetation around the house, and that's it. That's why this thing didn't caught on fire. Get out of here, man.
Well, people there in Southern California experienced more than a tropical storm today.
That's right. A magnitude 5.1 earthquake shook the mountain community of Ojai this afternoon. Cameras at one restaurant were rolling when it hit.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is Los Hermanos restaurant there in Ojai, and you can see some of the people running out of the restaurant as bottles fell off shelves during the shaking. And someone at their home there in Ojai also grabbed their phone to record images of that light fixture there shaking. People reported feeling the quake across the region. One of them was Santa Clarita resident Joe Finfera.
It wasn't up and down. It was a kind of a side-to-side thing. So I kind of felt a little bit of like a vibration, and I felt that feeling before. And I looked at my closet, and my clothes were kind of doing this. So it was kind of a side-to-side thing. I've experienced where it was a shift.
Seismologists are still analyzing data from the earthquake. They suspect it happened along the San Cayetano Fault in Ventura County.
It's capable of quite large earthquakes, and it seems to be the most likely association. The movement during the earthquake was what's called a thrust movement, with one side up and over the other. That's consistent with the San Cayetano Fault.
So far, no reports of any major damage or injuries.
And stay.
Nice reporting right there. Nice reporting. And so in the midst of all that, the whole hurricane thing, there is an earthquake, there are wildfire, there are mudslide. And then you're going to sit there, as you just saw that. Okay, you just saw those people over there, okay, in that restaurant, try to enjoy the blessing. Let me just enlarge it real quick. You see them fleeing because they cannot shoot this earthquake, okay? Okay, you see those people fleeing for their life. And then people will sit there and say, oh, Big Levi, you have to understand, this is like the elite are doing this. They are doing this so they can rule the world, so they can be globalists, or doing this so they can come on top again. And then, Big Levi, what I'm talking about. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, first of all, man has no power to do this nonsense. And second of all, those people are enjoying their blessing. They don't like inconvenience. You think the so-called 83 will love their home to be burning down, the flood, the waters washing it, and the fire is destroying it, and the earthquake is destroying it, the wind, tornadoes destroying it. As you can see, beloved, the four element is at work here. All right. You got the fire element burning down. You got the earth element with the quake. We got the water element with the hurricane, with the flood. We have the wind. We have the air element with the wind. Of course, this is this is plague number 5, I believe, and the apocalypse of Abraham, destruction by earthquakes. And people want to tell you, well, this is Jacob's trouble, but you know, you have to see that FEMA going to take Jacob. You're going to come in the hood with like, you know, the army, and then the army going to come over there, and then they're going to take National Guard and going to take out people and put them in FEMA camp. Now, FEMA is too busy in Maui right now. FEMA is too busy right now assessing Lahaina. FEMA is too busy over there. They have FEMA in Canada and the District of Columbia. FEMA is way too busy in Washington State. FEMA is too busy in Washington D.C. where they had the flooding. Did you know they had a flooding in Washington D.C.? They really don't talk about that. Okay, let's check it right here. All right, flooding in Washington D.C. There you go. That was 7 days ago. Let's watch this.
It's been a devastating day and 18 hours for several dog owners after yesterday's storm in the district. And this morning, multiple pet parents are grieving their beloved furry friends after they were killed during the flood at doggy daycare.
More than a dozen rescues were made, giving a happy ending for some, but a huge heartache for others. Fox 5's Melanie Alwick is live in Northeast D.C. this morning at District Dogs, where it all happened. Mel, just a tough story this morning.
And, you know, the grief here understandably turning to anger. This area is known for flooding. This business is...
Yeah, whatever. A whole DC get flooded. What do they focus on? Doggy daycare. A lot of dogs got drowned. What about the 2-legged dogs? What about them? Okay, they won't show you the real... Let me see. There's a... Okay, that's an NBC.
This is going to go until 5 o'clock. So that's the good news. Most of it...
in a spot like this.
And Amelia, I know that you've talked about this before, that when we get this kind of water.
There you go. Oh crap! I don't want to go commercial. There we go.
That scene, we didn't see anyone come out of the cars that were there on the road.
This is the building is called District Dogs.
Oh, this is District Dogs.
Okay, all right.
Okay, they're focusing on dogs.
Yeah. So at this hour.
Oh man, those people in their bull. They're focusing on dog. They're not reporting you the true damage. Where there's some dog stuff going on over there. See, this is wildfire.
It has a look at the damage tonight from Maui.
Okay, that was Maui being burned, Washington being flooded, and people are gonna sit there and say, "Oh, the elite are doing this, the globalists are doing this. Elon Musk is in the midst. Oprah Winfrey, yeah, Oprah is being prosecuted because her house did not burn and stuff like that." Oh, really? Inside edition. What was it again? Taylor Swift, is that what was that? That is Inside edition. Taylor Swift house caught on fire and wildfire. Inside edition, celebrity house caught on fire, wildfire, California. Okay, 4 years ago, remember when we were doing this? Miley Cyrus, Joe Butler, Among the Stars lose home. Oh, all right, this thing is done. And California, watch this. That happened 4 years ago when we were doing Esau's Trouble, when we told those people, those elites, the so-called Hollywood, the cabal, they are losing everything. Nobody brought that out. They were like very quiet. They were very distracted. Watch this.
Here on Miley Cyrus's property.
Okay, let's watch this. Oops.
Malibu mansion in ruins.
Welcome to my home in Malibu. How's it going?
He recorded the charred smoking remains as he returned for the first time to size up the devastation.
Wow.
And it is absolute destruction for Miley Cyrus. Her $2.5 million compound now rubble. Here's Victoria Ricano.
Here on Miley Cyrus's property, everything was destroyed by the fire, except for her recording studio behind me.
The rainbow-colored structure, a bright spot amid disaster. My animals and love of my life, Liam Hemsworth, made it out safely, and that's all that matters right now, Miley tweeted. Singer Robin Thicke shared video as he fled flames.
Look at this. We are in the middle of it.
Girlfriend April Love Geary posted this sad photo. Our house is gone. A closer look inside reveals twisted, scorched debris. This mansion, up in flames, belonged to Kelsey Grammer's ex-wife and Real Housewives star Camille Grammer.
Oh my God, please God.
A woman driving to escape the Malibu flames sobs while praying to make it out alive.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And there is heartbreak for celebrity doctor Robert Heisinger of TV's Biggest Loser.
It's like a nightmare.
We're there as he and his fiancée Raquel arrive for the first time amid powerful gusty winds to see nothing remains of his once stunning $10 million mansion.
So you mean to tell me Hollywood is doing this, Oprah is doing this, those people are doing that? That happened 4 years ago when we were, remember we played this video when we were doing Esau's Trouble? Okay, that happened in November 12th, 2018. And we were telling those people like, yo, those so-called celebrities, they are being taken down. Okay, they are being taken down. And the Mighty One is burning down their stuff. You think a $10 million house being burned down is a joke? You think those people are doing this themselves? Oh, Oprah is doing this so she can buy property over there. Yeah. That guy burned down his own $10 million house. You know why? Because he's going to build a bigger one. He's going to get like much more money and the insurance so he can buy this thing. Those are not lightweight, Bridget. This is Miley Cyrus, Gerald Butler, Robin Thicke, I believe Taylor Swift. All their homes were burning down. What did they do 5 years ago? They got the whole R. Kelly thing going on and our people was distracted. What big if I did get R. Kelly there, R. Kelly in here, and R. Kelly over there? What we gonna do, man? We gotta say some hish about like our women and R. Kelly and stuff like that. As long as they get black folk to focus on celebrity, to focus on garbages like Lizzo, that cowboy guy, other things, you'll never see the destruction of the people. You always will think this is Jacob's trouble, when in fact it's 83 troubles. It's those trouble and all the other scumbag that came against our loin. That's their trouble. So when the so-called celebrity house were burning down, you did not see the so-called conspiracy theorists come out there and say, hey, what's going on here? Why is like the house of the so-called celebrities are being burned down? Nope, you did not see this. When their home are not burning down, when a huge fire happened, Oprah houses did not burn down. They like, she's doing this because her home did not caught on fire. She is doing this. Or Mark Zuckerberg is doing this because the house did not caught on fire. Obama did do this because the house caught on fire. When the house burned them down, and then most of you didn't even hear about this thing. But we play this video all the time. All right, let's keep on moving.
And we would walk through that door, and there's the beginning of the living room.
The 7-bedroom estate is now a burned-out skeleton.
Okay, 7-bedroom, $10 million. You think this guy, that's the only thing that burned down there? You don't think he had anything that, were valuable in there?
Through the debris, the doctor discovers one remaining item.
There's a little lockbox that's got some of my diplomas and still a little bit warm.
At last night's People's Choice Awards, the fire fiasco was on everyone's mind.
If you could take a minute to donate to the LAFD Foundation, which is Los Angeles Fire Department.
Always begging, okay, always begging, because those people are broke, they don't have any money. That's why I see all those fiasco well, I don't follow the news concerning celebrities. And then people won't sit there and like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Those people are billionaires, and their home are being burned down like that. And you mean to tell me they are doing it, or their handlers are doing it, or the global are doing it? So the so-called global elite, they don't need those people to distract us anymore. So for them now to distract us, they have to burn down their houses. Those people are not valuable asset to them. Those people keep our people asleep. They keep our people living that fake life, that fake dreams. Why they wouldn't want to destroy them? No, because the Mighty One is doing this.
I would like to dedicate this win to all of
Okay, is that Kim Kardashian and her lackeys and all those scumbags over there doing this stuff, begging and stuff like? And our people never broke this thing. They never told the people, look what the mighty one is doing. No, Jacob's trouble is coming. Oh, Jacob's trouble's this. Oh, Jacob's trouble's that.
the firefighters, the law enforcement.
And check out this eerie scene. Evacuated llamas tied to a lifeguard stand on a beach in Malibu. The sky all around lit up in orange glow. And good news for a local celebrity giraffe that's appeared in movies like The Hangover 2. Stanley the giraffe was photographed shrouded in smoke as flames came dangerously close. Today we're happy to show you he's safe in the care of his owner.
So when that was happening, everybody was very quiet. Everybody was all about R. Kelly and then R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, man, and stuff. We have to talk about that, how they are even humiliating our men and stuff. You have no idea what those guys did. You have no idea what they signed. You have no idea what they did. You have no idea what kind of oath that they take. Mind your own goddamn business. Don't be acting like R. Kelly life is your life. Don't be acting like you this could happen to me too, Bill Cosby and stuff. As if it haven't been happening to our people, man. The mighty one is taking down the 83, and it's been taking them down for a while now. You people are not paying attention to this stuff. Okay? People like to talk about like nonsense. They are not paying attention. All right? Let's keep on moving, Bridget.
Residents in Crescent City could be without power for several more days.
No hish.
This after Pacific Power de-energized power lines on Friday because of wildfire risk in the area. The company says it's using commercial generators to power a number of grocery stores and gas stations. It's also offering small generators for those with medical needs. Pacific Power says its meteorologists will be monitoring fires constantly to see if more de-energizations are necessary.
If there is a situation where we've got another threat to public safety because of fire and our infrastructure, we will definitely consider that. But right now there is no plan for another de-energization in any other area.
Pacific Power has also set up 2 community resource centers in response to the fire. One is at Del Norte High School, the other with the Yurok tribe on Klamath Boulevard. The company says it will have drinking water and charging stations, as well as Wi-Fi and air conditioning.
This time-lapse video showing the flash floodwaters at a creek in San Bernardino County. Hillary is expected to bring catastrophic flooding to large areas of the Southwest. And as CBS 2's Michael Spencer tells us, some California communities are now under evacuation orders.
There seems to be no good place for the water to go in the Southern California desert. Torrential rain, swamping roads, and trapping cars.
We've had storms before, but never anything quite this windy and rainy at the same time.
Palm Springs is under a state of emergency, with Hillary dropping half of the city's annual rainfall in just 6 hours. In the higher elevations of San Bernardino County, rain sent trees and mud rushing down canyons. Residents in several mountain and foothill communities are under evacuation orders. Juan Pfeiffer and his mother left their home as floodwaters crept higher.
It sucks to see it go, but lives can't be replaced. Material objects can.
Near the coast, swollen rivers in Los Angeles are running full and fast. In Santa Clarita, the side of a road collapsed. And near San Diego, giant boulders crashed onto an interstate.
So, yeah, the Gentiles are doing this. Men are doing that, so the elite are destroying their beloved California, LA. You know? They are doing that. They are causing earthquakes so they could bring, I don't know, Jacob's... Let me tell you something before we go to Genesis 15, verse 14. The reason why they come up with all those conspiracy theories because they have the proper books that talk about the prophecy that's supposed to happen, that happening and should happen. They have those books. They are not making those books available to the masses. What they do, they copy those things. They know they were going to happen. They call them climate change. They call them this, they call them that. They make it political. And then they have those conspiracy theories out there saying that the elites are doing this. So the elite, they will do that. They will control. Oh, in the future, you will see earthquake and hurricane and stuff in California. It will be the elite. And people believe this is the elite destroying their own places and destroying their own blessing. And then aggressively disturbing their own peace, their own blessing. They know that. They try to take away the glory from the Heavenly Father. Over here, we tell you exactly this is not being done by men. Men has no power to control the weather. The Most High doesn't need the so-called the Gentiles to create a machine to control the weather for him. The Holy One doesn't need another man to satisfy his wife for him. He can do the job well on his own. He doesn't need you. Stop pretending like the Most High need. Oh, well, they need the Gentiles. They are making them using their weapon to destroy, Babylon. What? Get out of here, man. Earthquakes.
Adding insult to injury, a 5.1 magnitude earthquake hit Southern California Sunday afternoon. Hillary is expected to keep pounding Southern California throughout the day, prompting Los Angeles and San Diego school districts to cancel classes.
Stay safe, stay informed.
Again, always put the faces of all people over there. Make sure that put them there. Put them there. Make sure there are two of them in front, and then there's a sister in the back. Make sure hide that face of that woman over there. Make sure this thing is happening, and make sure people know that they are in it too.
And stay home.
Nevada's governor issued a state of emergency, calling up the National Guard. And in Yuma, Arizona, 60-mile-an-hour winds knocked down trees and power lines.
Exactly. Calling the National Guard. Oh, well, the National Guard gonna be in the hood and forcing the V, forcing Jabba Jah, or forcing the chip on you. No, they are too busy trying to saving their own kind. Well, they're going to bring Jacob's trouble. No, they'll be too busy dealing with this flood. Or they're going to bring Jacob's trouble. No, they'll be too busy dealing with the fires. Or they're going to bring Jacob's trouble. No, they'll be too busy dealing with the earthquake. Why? Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them. Wait then, 400 years. 1619, 2019. We serve all 400 years right after 2019, 2020 kicks in. It was not the elite that locked up the world. First of all, I had a bunch of people trying to come out. There'll be a second lockdown. Let me make this perfectly clear here. First, you were never locked down. You were locked out. So there is no need for a second lockdown because you're locked out. You can't get in. You're out. You've been evicted. Talking about lockdown. Lockdown is when you're inside and then you lock yourself inside. You can't go out. That wasn't a lockdown. That was a locked out. You're locked out. The key has been changed to the door. New tenants is in there, man. You can't come back in here. Talking about the second lockdown. Well, the elite, they test the first lockdown, which didn't work, and then they're gonna come with a second lockdown. The elite was testing. They are testing. Since when those people need to testing? They test it all over the world, especially in the country where their people are in. Well, China came in with the virus. Oh, really? Did you see what's happening in China, man? I don't bring China anymore because it's redundant. It's too much over there, man. The economy of China is literally destroyed because of that thing over there. But well, they invented it. Or the United States invented it. Give the credit to men, to anyone except for the Holy One. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Be at peace. Rejoice, the mighty one is fighting for you. Okay? Why? Because now we're in Genesis 15 verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I'll judge. That's why you see all those things are happening. Number 2, fiery conflagration of the city. Number 5, destruction by earthquake. Number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquake. Of course, this is perfect. Thunder voices and destroying earthquake is the weather and earthquake. That's what you see over there in California. You see the whole weather is being all over the place. And then what you see again? The National Guard. The earthquakes, the fires. Selah, so be it. Let's keep on moving.
Have some wild video for you. All new at 6. A man is now behind bars after crashing into multiple cars, and it happened in a Gwinnett County neighborhood.
37-year-old Patrick Humes now faces dozens.
How old is this dude? The fellow is 37.
Of charges. Fox 5's Kim Loeffler spoke to neighbors who are now working to get their cars repaired.
That driver hit a total of 30 vehicles in this neighborhood Monday afternoon, and now residents, some whose cars are not drivable, are still shaken up by what happened. A landscaper caught the moment a driver went from driveway to driveway in the Berkeley Hills Estates neighborhood Monday afternoon, crashing into almost every car he could see. Kyle's son and Max Parker both had their cars pushed into their garages.
I just think somebody's trying to rob me. When I went out, I think not only me, they're trying to crash all the block.
Still in disbelief, how could one person cause that much damage? Or why would one person cause that much damage?
Okay, then again, always make sure there's a brother over there, all right? You know, to, hey, this has happened. Yeah. This is happening to you too, you know. This guy over there. Make sure, like, there are other dozens of people, but make sure you get that one black dude over there and make sure, like, hey, he's in there too. You know, that means Jacob's trouble. All right, you got this dude. He's 37, 3 plus 7, 10. Michael in the midst. His name is Patrick again. Okay, coded name. All right, then this fellow, he keep driving his expensive car. All right, smashing into people. Other cars for what? Who knows? And he's doing this in a rich neighborhood, not in the hood though, in a rich neighborhood. And people are going to say, well, he's doing this because he's training so he can do it in Jacob's trouble in the hood. Yeah, whatever though.
A 37-year-old Patrick Humes from Athens was behind the wheel, damaging 30 cars belonging to over 24 people before he left the scene. Officers tracked him down 2 hours later.
I believe it was his parents' SUV that he was driving around through the neighborhood. They located it abandoned a little over 4 miles away at a tire shop. And then so once they found the vehicle there, they started searching around there and found the suspect in the McDonald's next door to the tire shop.
Police believe Humes suffered a mental health crisis.
Yeah.
He's been charged with 28 counts of criminal damage to property.
Yeah. I'm glad no one out here got hurt. That's the main thing. Because we have a pretty quiet community. It's on a golf course. It's family oriented and things like that. So
yeah. Good place, brother. We know
Humes
that.
is currently in the Gwinnett County Jail without bond. In Gwinnett County, Kim
Okay.
Loeffler.
Those are the guy that would take an AR-15 and then go to town into 30 people. You know, good thing he just smashed their car. And then he like, this dude is 37 years old, man. Look at the guy, man. This dude, like, this is at least 50 right there, man. Oh, he's suffering mental health crisis, a mental health breakdown, a mental health thing, and mental health that. Nah, man, that dude, he asked the parents for something. They don't want to give it to him. He grabbed their car, get over there, and then destroy 30 more cars. If I can get what I want, I'm gonna go out there and then destroy 30 people's lives, and I'm gonna spend a few days in prison. My parents gonna get me out, and then so what, Nico? You know, some people lose day off work because their car got smashed. Can you imagine your car parked in your driveway? Okay, you're inside sleeping after tired days of work, and then you're allowed, boom, you come out of the window, and then the dude smash your car, man. Like, because he's angry about something. I'm angry at the world because I can't do what I used to do anymore. Women don't spread ego for me anymore, and then I can't do this. I'm 37. I'm still driving my parents' car. I'm living with them, and they don't respect me. Yes. Whatever, dog. Whatever. Next.
Police say they rescued a woman who was chained to the floor of a house after neighbors heard her calls for help. The Louisville Metro Police Department says 2 officers responded to the call and had trouble getting inside the house because the entire first floor was barricaded. They could hear the screams coming from the second floor of the house.
We see a ladder.
Neighbors assisted in helping the officers get to the second floor, where they entered the house through a window and saw the victim with a chain around her neck. The chain was secured to the floor and had to be broken. The woman was treated at the scene by EMS, and the chain was cut from around her neck. Cops say 2 days later they arrested a suspect, Moises May. He's charged with kidnapping, wanton endangerment, and terroristic threatening, among other charges. He pleaded not guilty, and bond was set at $100,000. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Now, a lot of people don't see this. You don't see the... a lot of people don't see the spiritual meaning of this. You see, this is PTSD for our people. This brings back memory. Now, I want you to look at this. Okay, look at this woman. Look at the hand that removed this, quote unquote. This has two meanings. It's polarity. Okay, it's manifold. It has many meanings. And the hand of this fellow, it says, "Blessed are the pure." I'm not quite sure. It's something that has to be. It's a Bible verse. Let me see if I can get. Blessed are the pure.
According to active Christianity, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew chapter 5 verse 8. Blessed people are happy people. Those who are pure in heart are happy because they don't let any evil into their hearts that would make them unhappy.
Matthew 5:8. Let's go get Matthew 5:8 here, because this is symbolic. This is the message that the Holy One sent unto us. Matthew 5:8. There we go. All right, let's read it. There we go. Matthew 5:8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Heavenly Father, the Mighty One. That's what this message said, and the cap officer, and the hand of this officer right there. Blessed are the pure heart, the pure heart. They shall see the Holy One. If this isn't a message unto us that we've been freed from Jacob's trouble, or whatever things that we were going to slavery or whatever around our neck, remove it symbolically. And another thing, it means that whoever had done this unto us, they are already going through this thing. Being chained in your own house. Years ago, like, you would never, years ago, you won't hear things like that. Okay? So this is symbolic right there, all right? That's the message, all right? So I'm not making this up, brethren. I'm not seeking things and stuff like that. Matthew 5:8. And blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Okay? Who are the peacemakers upon the earth? Not the people that dropping bomb around, not the people that are maliciously planning against our people, killing our people, trying to euthanize our people. Not those people. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Those people are not being persecuted for righteousness. They're always persecuted for righteousness, and they want us to get involved with their wickedness. Everything they promoted unto our people is wickedness. The moment you reject their wickedness, oh, you racist. You hate those people. You hate that lifestyle. You hate this thing. You hate that thing. Yo, I ain't going to get involved with this nonsense. Well, you don't want to go to church? You're a heretic. You don't want to celebrate this? You're a heretic. You read out a book? You're a heretic. They persecute you, making little silly videos, attacking you, and do nonsense, coming after you, and all that nonsense because you're studying all that other stuff, because you try to be righteous. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Didn't they accusing us doing this? Oops. Yep. During the Inquisition, didn't they accuse our people? Whoops, let me go that way. Come on. This is the Iron Maiden, where they would put our people in there, persecute them, and accuse them, and they would slam the door and kill them. They will cut off their head. This is a French guillotine. They will slam them and make them sit on those spiky chairs. They will crush their hand. They will hang them, while the inquisitors sit there and taking note and saying, confess. You are a witch. You are a heretic. You speak against the church. Therefore, you speak against God. Weren't they doing all those stuff? Didn't our people go through enough? Didn't our brethren or sisters were putting in barrel like this and be boiled to death? Huh? The gallows. Didn't we work the gallows? Why didn't they put our women, hang them upside down and drown them in wells? Why didn't they put them in cages and left them there for years and they starved to death and their bodies stink up the place and they put another fresh body next to them? Then they hang our men and women. Huh? So this was not Jacob's trouble. This was not enough. Huh? When they just take our women and then put fire around them and burn them to death by accusation, by saying, oh, she's a witch because she put some herbs in water and boil it and put some sugar and salt in there. When they put them in those wool or spiky bed and then roll this thing upon them and then flay them and take their skin off. When they put them upon those wheels and turn them around while they are beating and crushing their hands and crushing their legs. When they put them upon those bars and then pull them off and have the horses, okay, tie up the legs and the horses, have the horses pull them and split them in half. So this was not Jacob's trouble, huh? This was not prophecy that fulfilled Matthew 5. Didn't those people revile us, persecute us, and accuse us of evil falsely? For the Holy One's sake. When he said for my name's sake, the big brother is not talking about himself. Of course, we do know that. Was that prophecy? Did it fulfilled? So now Jacob's trouble going to happen. But this didn't happen. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, rejoice, be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophet which were before you. Okay, the brethren that were before us were persecuted. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt lost his favor, wherein shall it be salted? Is therefore for good for nothing, but be cast out and be trodden under the foot of men. That means if the salt lost his favor, this is a coded thing we studied in the Kabbalah, because the big brother was a Kabbalist, whether you like it or not. That's what that was. Okay, if the salt ever loses his favor, it just become dust, just become dirt. Throw it out there and then let people walk upon it. Because we are the salt of the earth, we never going to lose our salty flavor or the flavor of the salt. Although we from the earth, we're not dirt, we're not dust. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on hill cannot be hid. We are the light of the world. That's what we're trying to bring here, the light. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but a candlestick, and is given light unto all that are in the house. If you come in the house, you will receive the light. But anyway, I left everything for you. That was the coded message in this officer hands right there. And then, of course, 8, 16, 19, 26, 25, 23, 04. All of those are coded. For instance, 8, new beginning, 1 plus 6, 7, perfection, 1 plus 9, 10, Michael in the midst, 2 plus 6, 8, new beginning again, 2 plus 5, equal the 5-pointed star, Michael is in the midst. 3, the mental, physical, astral, plane. The 04, the 4 quarters of the earth, the 4 element, all those things are here. There are plenty of other stuff here. I'm just letting the nation to watch, but this was a message unto us. Okay, this is symbolic. I'm not saying this woman is one of us. People are like, but big leaf, this is a white woman over there. Yeah, she's not one of us. You scum of the earth, you back-witted buck-toothed monster. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is symbolic. We do this here all the time. Please don't send me your silly little email trying to say, well, she's an Edomite woman. He's an Edomite man. He's not God. This is symbolic, you dumbass. That's what that is, you freaking moron. All right? Please don't send me your silly little email. Let's keep on moving.
Now to the Kelowna area where officials are painting a grim picture tonight. CTV's Alyssa Tebow is in West Kelowna. And Alyssa, the total number of homes destroyed is still unknown, but it is in the dozens.
Yeah, Mijung, we finally got an estimate of just how many homes have been lost. That number is significant, and it is expected to grow in the coming days. The trouble is these homes are still in very dangerous areas. They're in behind roadblocks like this one behind.
All right. Well, since we're already 1 hour into this, we will take part 2, beloved. Please join us in part 2. We would love to have you in part 2. You can either wait for it, or you can go ahead and click on the video. We'll have part 2, okay? I'll see you folks in part 2. Shalom.